All right, we're still dealing with technical issues out here at Perky Field in Bethel Park, the high school, so bear with us. Rain making things tougher, and internet's not our friend today either, so we apologize for that, but we're bringing it to you, so just tell people who may be watching, hey, come to part 3 now on the YouTube channel. So on second base now, that's, take a look here real quick, I had the wrong lineup up. Bear with me here. That was Michael Bruckner, who is on second base. He just doubled to start this fourth inning, bottom of the fourth inning for Bethel Park. Still a 1-1 tie. Seneca Valley and Bethel Park tied. Ground ball to third. Cut off by the third base coach. Sent it back. Count snowballs on a strike. If you're watching on BPTV cable as well, bear with us. If the stream goes out, we got our technicians back at the TV station who will get that back up once we get our internet feeds back up as well. That's how we're running this. So just bear with us. Be patient. It's a rainy day. But if you're inside watching right now, you don't have to be outside. That's a perk of sticking with us here on the YouTube channel and the TV station. In the dirt. That's a ball. It's Noah Lejeune at the plate now. Third baseman batting fourth in the order. And got a runner in scoring position. Begins. So a cleanup hitter's dream is runners in scoring position. And still a 1-1 tie, Seneca Valley, Bethel Park. 54 degrees now at the field with the sun setting and the rain starting to fall a little harder now. That pitch misses outside. Zachary Catch still on the mound for Seneca Valley. He's been the starter here. Both starters have pitched into the fourth inning. Ryan Walsh pitched through 4 innings, giving up only 1 earned run. That one popped into the air, shallow center field. Center fielder calls off everybody else. Bruckner teases him a bit, but then goes back to second base. Play made by Anderton out in center field for out number 1. One out, runner is still in scoring position for Bethel Park, and now here comes Ethan Stanhoff. Stanhoff, 1 for 1. He singled back in inning number 2. And then his courtesy runner, Aaron Hoffbauer, got thrown out trying to steal. Michael Bruckner led this inning off with a 2-base hit. Lejeune just popped out to center field. Now here's Stanhoff, who pops that pitch up on the infield, drifting toward the right side, and that hits the Seneca Valley dugout down by that first base side foul. Counts 0-1. The 1-1 tie, Seneca Valley, Bethel Park, they're tied. Bethel Park hosting this game. It's a non-section game. Seneca Valley, a Class 6A team. Bethel Park, a Class 5A team. Section play doesn't start for a few more games for either of these teams. That's what you'll see early in the season, just in case weather rains these games out. That's why they schedule them to get reps in, but also if weather becomes a factor, they can usually just cancel these games because the non-section games have no bearing on how the playoffs are set in each classification. Swinging a foul ball there. The backstop of Bethel Park, Ethan Stanhoff at the plate. Batting 5th of 9 in the order for Bethel Park. Catch comes set at the belt. 0-2 pitch. Swinging a line drive into right field. That will fall for a base hit. Michael Bruckner stopped at second base. He hesitated, waited for the ball to drop. So he only advances 1 base on the play. Stanhoff gets to first base on a single, which puts runners at the corners with 1 out in the inning. And now Aaron Hoffbauer, he's going to go out to courtesy run at first base for Stanhoff. And Hoffbauer, again, was the one that got caught stealing after Stanhoff singled back in the second inning. That was to lead off the inning, and now a mound visit coming for Seneca Valley. It's a 1-1 tie. Seneca Valley and Bethel Park tied in the bottom of the 4th inning of 7 regulation innings on a misty day in Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. This field just behind the high school, and I'll tell you, it's one of those, such an interesting design here where they seem like they built the hill to be integrated into this valley. Like the field's in the valley, then there's this hill where there are stands and parents come with their chairs. Even our little production truck that we got going on here is right behind home plate, so we can give you the vantage point that we can. Some other fields you'll see there are dugouts and backstops that are preventing you from seeing the field. And here it's seemingly perfect. Everybody who watches can go on top of this hill and be above everything, so it really gives you like a stadium type of feel, not so much a clouded view or a view with obstacles. Here comes Ryan Walsh in now with runners on the corners and one out in the inning. Walsh 0 for 1. He rounded out the shortstop in his first at bat back in inning number 2. Again, we're in the bottom of the 4th inning, and Walsh takes ball 1. He's also his own designated hitter, so if he gets taken out, they had Schumacher warming up in the bullpen in the top of the 4th inning. He's not throwing right now, but Walsh can remain in the lineup because they've listed him as his own designated hitter. So if he gets taken out on the mound, he'll still get the bat in the order being the designated hitter. One of the quirky rules that WPIL baseball allows. There are several, too many to count. I wish I could go over all of them with you, but I'll just describe them to you as the circumstances come. Walsh ahead in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. Swing and a foul ball. Count 2-1 now. Walsh batting 6th of 9 in this Bethel Park order. Michael Bruckner on third base. He doubled to start the inning. Ethan Stanhoff hit a single, which advanced Bruckner to third base. Now Aaron Hoffbauer is the courtesy runner for the catcher, Ethan Stanhoff, at first base. And Walsh at the plate. 2-1 pitch. Popped into the air, shallow center field. Drifting back, it looks like an infielder will have a play. Catch is not made. Bruckner's going to come in to score from third base. Hoffbauer advances from first to second on the play, and Bethel Park on an error on a pop-up just beyond the infield grass. They now have a 2-1 lead. That was the shortstop for Seneca Valley, Pikatowski, who drifted beyond the second base bag and just dropped the ball. It is a little bit windy. Maybe the rain had a factor in that, but that one a routine play, so we'll go down as an error. Seemed to have it in his grasp, just didn't secure it once it made contact with his glove. Dylan Paul will bat. Error charged on that play. Paul will bat with 2 on and 1 out. Bottom of the 4th inning. Bethel Park with a fresh 2-1 lead. Here's the pitch from Catch. Swinging a line drive, foul, just about 10 feet away from the right field line. No ball, 1 strike pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Got fooled on that off-speed pitch. Count is 0-2. Ryan Walsh also had a courtesy runner come in for him. Jack Bruckner is running at first base. Pitchers and catchers can have courtesy runners to make sure that they get proper rest. The most taxing positions on the field, the battery, pitcher and the catcher. So the rules allow for them to get aided in that way. Runner went to third base on the play. That was Aaron Hoffbauer, who stole third base. And on the back end, the other courtesy runner on the diamond, Jack Bruckner, advanced to second. They both get credited with stolen bases, and that ball went back to the backstop. Time called now by Seneca Valley's catcher to have a quick word with Catch the pitcher. That's Erdos calling time, and going back behind the plate to let his pitcher set this next pitch up. Dylan Paul at the plate. Now 2 runners in scoring position on those stolen bases. Here's the pitch. Check swing, just a bit low. And no appeal. Erdos with a good job, though, just to tag Dylan Paul because the ball hit the ground. So if the umpire would have rung him up on the appeal, the tag would have been valid. Catch comes set at the belt. Pitch to Dylan Paul. Breaking ball, and he's out in front. Paul knew he was a bit antsy in the box there. He strikes out for out number 2. So Lentz stayed in the game after he substituted for Caden Flambard, who was run over on a bunt play where he went from second to first to cover the first base bag while the first baseman charged. He was vulnerable when he tried to field a throw. The runner made contact with him, and he stayed in the game defensively in that top half of the inning, but in the bottom half he was pinch hit for by Ben Lentz, who's in now, and Lentz ahead in the count. 1 ball, no strikes. Flambard did not get an at-bat in, not even a plate appearance in this game. And Lentz first batted in the third inning. Swing and a miss, counts even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bethel Park leading 2-1 after a couple base hits and an error pushed across a run. Bruckner started this inning off with a double. Stanhoff hit a single that put runners on the corners, and then a pop-up that was dropped by the shortstop of Seneca Valley, Pikatoski, allowed Ryan Walsh to reach. Let's put runners on first and second. Each runner stole. Both courtesy runners on base. Now it's Hoffbauer on third and Bruckner on Bruckner on second. And here comes the pitch to Lentz, too far outside. Still a misty rain out here, but not too heavy. Certainly doesn't feel like baseball weather. We're still feeling those early March temperatures and weather conditions. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that'll end the 4th inning. So Bethel Park scores 1 unearned run on 2 hits in the inning and 2 runners left in scoring position. After 4 full innings, it's 2-1. Bethel Park leads Seneca Valley. You're watching Bethel Park High School Baseball on Blackhawk TV on YouTube with a simulcast on Bethel Park Public Access Television. Ryan Walsh will remain in the lineup because, as I mentioned before, he is his own designated hitter. So he can still bat, and he will bat technically for Schumacher, who's now in the game. And Schumacher dealing right now 2 quick strikeouts to start this top of the 5th inning. Inning number 5 of 7 regulation innings in Bethel Park, or not just Bethel Park, but the whole WPIAL. 7 regulation innings. Strike called there on the breaking ball. Leyendecker at the plate. He is 0 for 1 officially, but he reached on an error back in the 2nd inning. 2 outs, bases empty. Schumacher working quick on the mound. And pitch just a bit outside. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. A lot of moans from the umpires who sit above the field. I agree, it looked good from here, but the umpire has the best views, so we trust him. Counts even, 1-1. Breaking ball called a strike over the outside edge. Counts 1 ball and 2 strikes now. One-two pitch. Here it is. Fastball, bait pitch, too far upstairs. Counts even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. That high fastball looks good to the hitter. It's up by their eyes. It was good discipline, though, by Leyendecker to stay off of that pitch and realize it was too far out of his reach. That one fouled back. Behind the backstop, count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. The rain's been persistent but soft for the last 20 minutes. Just sprinkles of rain coming down over Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. Breaking ball hit foul down the right field side and out of play. Count still 1-2. 2-1, Bethel Park leads. They got a run after an error was committed back in that bottom of the 4th inning. So they've got a 1-run lead. This game been close throughout. That pitch just a bit outside. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Same location as that first close ball that was called. And Schumacher just resets, physically indicating that he wanted that call but did not get it. The even count pitch, 2-2. Here it comes. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Down goes Leyendecker, and Schumacher strikes out the side in order to end the top of the 5th inning. So for Seneca Valley, no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. 3 strikeouts for the young pitcher Schumacher, and after 4.5 innings, it's Bethel Park 2, Seneca Valley 1. You're watching Bethel Park High School Baseball on Blackhawk TV on YouTube with a simulcast on Bethel Park Public Access Television. You're watching Bethel Park High School Baseball on Blackhawk TV on YouTube, simulcast on Bethel Park Public Access Television. New pitcher into the game now for Seneca Valley. Not really a new entry, though. It's just Owen Yarusi, who moved from first base to pitch now, and then a defensive substitution. Zyler Friedman, who goes in to play first base. There we go. Looked like it took a special entry to get Zyler Friedman into the game. We'll have to see when Durbin comes around to hit, maybe next inning or the inning after, whether they forfeited the designated hitter to make that switch happen. Because Durbin was designated hitting for the starting pitcher, Catch, of Seneca Valley. So we'll see how that goes. We don't have the official report on the lineup, but we'll get some clues as this game goes on. But it's the bottom of the 5th inning, and Bethel Park up 2-1. Right now, 9-1, 2 hitters due up for the Bethel Park Blackhawks. Pitch outside for ball 1. So if you're watching this game on cable TV and you want a more diverse way of watching, that's what Blackhawk TV does. They give us the internet versions of these games, so subscribe, Blackhawk TV 412 on YouTube. That's where you can watch. We actually have a pinch hitter in now. Joey Levis was scheduled to hit, but they put Jack Bruckner into the game, so he's going to bat now. And now he's got 2 strikes on him, but he's hitting in the number 9 spot as a pinch hitter. He originally was the courtesy runner for Ryan Walsh, the pitcher. He came in and ran earlier in the game when Ryan Walsh reached on that error last inning, but now Bruckner, an official substitution into the game, and quickly down on strikes goes Bruckner. So Yarusi starts his outing on the mound out with a strikeout. First out, bottom of the 5th inning, and now back to the top of the order, it's Ryan Tierney at the plate. And Tierney, ball thrown behind him, and it looked like it grazed him on the backside. He'll go down to first base on the game's first hit by pitch. And Tierney has now reached 2 times in the last 3 innings. He singled back in the 3rd inning, and now he's on being hit by a pitch in this 5th inning. Still 2-1, Bethel Park leads. It's the bottom of the 5th inning of 7 regulation innings. Ryan Petrus going to bat now. Petrus struck out his last at bat. And Tierney on first base stole a base when he was last on in the 3rd inning. Pitch too far down low. Urusi's delivery misses for a ball. Counts 1-0. Ryan Petrus had a solid defensive play a little bit earlier. Sliding stop. Vacuumed the ball up through to first. Notable play in this game. Pickoff attempt to first base. Back safely is Ryan Tierney. So Urusi has a bit of an advantage with those first base pickoffs because the left-handed pitchers face first base. You see there he can lift his leg, not cross his knee toward home plate, and still make a throw. Righties can do that too at third base, but righties are a little more cautious about pickoffs because an errant throw or any other type of miscue can result in a run scoring, since third base is closer to home in the way they run the bases in baseball. Pickoff attempt, a quicker throw over to first base by Urusi, who stepped off and slung the ball over, but Tierney back in time. Tierney leads off for a reason. He runs quickly, he also has a stolen base in this game, so reason to be cautious with him at first base. About a 10-foot lead off the bag. Urusi looks over, and time called. It looks like Petrus called time, and the umpire granted him time just before Urusi decided to deliver that pitch. That's no pitch, no ball, no strike. And now time called. The infield is being summoned in by the catcher, Erdos. Another conference at the mound with a runner on first base, 1 out. Perhaps discussing what to do with Tierney over there at first base. It's 2-1, Bethel Park leads Seneca Valley in this baseball game. This is a non-section game. Seneca Valley's up in 6A. Bethel Park is a 5A team. So this game won't matter toward playoff standings. It's just one of those early games for repetitions early in the baseball season. That pitch called a strike. Petrus back in the box. Urusi comes set at the belt. Swing and a miss. That pitch right over the heart of the plate. And Petrus gave it a hard swing but couldn't make contact. And now there's 2 strikes on him. Pickoff attempted. Tierney was running. They got him hung up. Tierney, oh my! Tierney underslid the base, but that was creative. He used a strategy, which I'm not sure is totally legal. You can't interfere with a throw. He put his hands up intentionally. It doesn't matter either way. He underslid second base and was called out after being picked off at first base. He committed to running to second when Urusi stepped off and threw a quick one to first base. So that's out number 2. Tierney getting picked off, and Petrus still 2 strikes on him, and he takes inside for a ball. So a strikeout of Jack Bruckner to open up this inning, and then Tierney reached on a hit by pitch. He got thrown out on that pickoff, so 2 outs, bases empty, and Petrus about to see this pitch. Too high, that's ball 4 on the payoff pitch. So Petrus reaches on a 2-out walk. Now Michael Bruckner will bat with 2 outs and a runner on first base. Bruckner doubled and scored back in the 3rd inning for Bethel Park's second run, and I correct myself, that was in the 4th inning where he doubled and scored. He led off the inning with a double, and a hit and an error later, he was able to come across for Bethel Park's 2nd run. That's the last run they scored to this point. Runner goes from first, breaking ball in the dirt, blocked. Erdos made it a priority to keep that ball in front of him, so only 1 base advanced by Ryan Petrus, who will get credited with a stolen base. Now he's in scoring position for the middle of the order hitter. 1-0 call to strike on the lower inside corner of the plate, count even. 1 ball, 1 strike on the tall outfielder, Michael Bruckner. Swinging a pop-up foul, and Bruckner Now with 2 strikes on him. That one in the dirt. Michael Bruckner batting with a runner in scoring position. Ryan Petrus at second base, 2 outs in a 2-1 game in which his team, the Bethel Park Blackhawks, are leading. Yarusi on the mound, comes set, big kick and pitch. Too far low and inside, so that'll run the count full. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner in scoring position. Like game between the 6A WPIL team Seneca Valley and the 5A WPIL team Bethel Park. Big leadoff second by Petrus. Line drive towards second. It's a catch called by the umpire in the field. Called a catch out there at second base, making the play. That's Parado. And that ends the inning. So a line out by Michael Bruckner leaves 1 runner in scoring position. No runs, no hits, but a hit batter and a walk in the inning. And after 5 full innings, it's Bethel Park 2, Seneca Valley 1. You're watching Bethel Park High School Baseball on Blackhawk TV on YouTube with a simulcast on Bethel Park Public Access Television. This is Bethel Park High School Baseball on Blackhawk TV on YouTube. Simulcast on Bethel Park Public Access Television. Yes, you can watch Bethel Park sports on cable television now, Comcast 21, Verizon 32 in the Bethel Park area. And I believe Verizon goes a little bit beyond to the greater Pittsburgh area. So if you have Verizon, you're a little bit more of an advantage if you still have a cable set. But for you internet people out there, you got the Blackhawk TV on channel on YouTube. Blackhawk TV 412. If you're watching on cable and you want to subscribe and watch on your phone, or if you're not in your house, you can do that. Just subscribe. You'll get notifications about when we're broadcasting games. That pitch ball 1. Anderton at the plate now. He's 0 for 2 in this game. Bethel Park leading 2-1 over Seneca Valley. That pitch just outside, counts 2-0. Schumacher still pitching for Bethel Park. He pitched a scoreless 5th inning. He struck out the side. Also like to thank the crew involved in this game as well, as that pitch is caught a strike, counts 2-1 now. Got John doing the directing and some other technical work, bringing you this game in creative ways, because when it rains, we can't leave the equipment out in the rain. So shout out to John Ryder on camera. That pitch is inside and missed. Ryder on camera, and then Anthony Veltri back at our Bethel Park Network Control Center, and he's the one that is bringing this game to you on cable. So, short crew, but we're working hard with the staff that we have to bring you this game, and here we are now. Bethel Park leading 2-1. That pitch outside. Ball 4, Anderton. issued a leadoff walk. The first base runner through 1+ inning now, where Schumacher's been on the mound for Bethel Park. That'll bring up Erdos now for Seneca Valley, who is also 0 for 2 in this game, getting his third plate appearance of the game in here in the 6th inning. It's inning 6 of 7 regulation innings. Pickoff attempt and back safely is Anderton, who hasn't been on base, but being a leadoff hitter, you assume that he's got the ability to run. He's taking an aggressive lead out there, about 8 feet off the first base bag. Schumacher comes set at the letters, and he'll quick pivot and throw to first. Paul's tag, not in time. Back safely is Anderton. Bethel Park up 2-1 over Seneca Valley. This is a non-section game. Section play not starting for a little while longer. These games scheduled early in the year to get these players some reps. That one lined into center field. Back goes Tierney. It's way over his head, and it will two-hop the wall. Runner from third coming around, and the relay is cut off and held by the shortstop, Ryan Petrus. But Anderton comes around to score from first base, and Erdos into second base with an RBI double. Again, that ball two-hopped the wall out towards center field, a well-struck ball. And now we've got a tie game again. It is 2-2. Pikatowski at the plate now. He is 0 for 2 in this game, and no bat with a runner in scoring position. Seneca Valley with an opportunity to take the lead with a runner in scoring position, and nobody out. Solid time for Seneca Valley to score as well, with a runner in scoring position, a tie game in the middle of their order coming to the plate. That one called a strike, counts 0-1. Courtesy runner into the game now as well for Seneca Valley, although we'll have a number on that guy out there, so we'll try to get you the name of that person. 0-1 pitch coming. Too high, counts 1-1. One pitch coming. Here it is. Outside of the breaking ball count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Schumacher's pitch. Here it comes. Just missed. 3-1 count now. Three-one pitch coming. Tie game, 2-2. Seneca Valley and Bethel Park. Breaking ball hit in the air. Right center field. Traveling well to the wall. And it's gone. Pikatowski hits a 2-run home run, and Seneca Valley has a 4-2 lead late, top of the 6th inning. That's Tyler McNaney, who was the he was the courtesy runner who comes around to score on behalf of Erdos. 2 runs in on the home run. Now it's 4-2. Bethel Park trails, top of the 6th inning. The Schumacher, the pitcher for Bethel Park, struck out the side in order in the 5th inning. Pitching strong and started this inning off with a walk. A double was hit and then the home run, so the bases reset. But 3 runs in this top of the 6th inning. Dylan Schumacher, the junior, on the mound. And now the time called. It's really rough for umpires in these games because Usually when it's dry, the dust just settles and it can be easily brushed off. And when it's raining, the water mixes with the dirt and it gets nasty behind the plate. So looks like the umpire has a rag in there as that pitch misses for a ball. And 4-2 is the score. Bethel Park trails. Here's the pitch. That one called a ball. Top of the 6th inning of 7 innings regulation, so Bethel Park could force extras or take the lead in 7, but now they're trailing. Nobody out yet in this top of the 6th. Swinging a fly ball out towards center field. Tierney has a beat on that one, and he'll make the routine catch. Round number 1. After 3 straight hitters reached and 3 runs scored, Schumacher records an out in the top of the 6th. That'll bring up Del Duca now, when this game is 1 for 1 with a walk. Swing and a miss. Bethel Park scored a run in the 1st inning. Got a triple and then a ground out to score a run. They didn't score again until the 4th inning, where they took a 2-1 lead over Seneca Valley. Seneca Valley got a run in the 2nd, so it was pretty close early on. Bethel Park with a 1st inning run. Seneca Valley with, it was a 3rd inning run for Seneca Valley, but either way, it was 1-0, then 1-1, then 2-1. Now it's 4-2 with 3 runs in this top of the 6th inning, which big catalyst was Pikatowski hitting a 2-run home run. Make it 4-2. Now Del Duca at the plate. He swings and fouls that pitch back. A non-section game in the, I guess we're toward the end of March now, March 22nd. Non-section game. Seneca Valley's in Class 6A. Bethel Park is in Class 5A. Left-handed pitcher now warming up in the bullpen for Bethel Park. Swinging a fly ball out toward right field. That'll get down just in front of the right fielder for a base hit. The 3rd hit of the inning for Seneca Valley. And sophomore left-hander, 6-foot Matthew Hughes warming up in the bullpen now for Bethel Park as the mist continues to spray from the sky. It's pretty consistent out here with temperatures around 56 degrees. Now here comes Yarusi to the plate, who started this game at first base but has since come in to pitch. And that with a runner on first and 1 out. I got attempt to first, but back safely is Del Duca, who is 2 for 2 in this game now after getting that single. And again, Hughes warming up in the bullpen for Bethel Park with Schumacher still trying to work through this one. 3 runs given up, all 3 earned to him. That pitch missed outside. Schumacher comes set at the letters. Here's the slide step pitch. That one too far outside. Still been a well-played game all throughout. Not too many runs scoring. Bethel Park won its last game 11-1. A big off attempt to first base, and back safely is the runner. Pitch, too far upstairs. 3-ball, no strike count. Schumacher still trying to work through this one. 3 earned runs given up in this inning. He'll slide step pitch. 2 upstairs, that's ball 4. Hughes still pitching in the bullpen for Bethel Park after that walk. Second walk of the inning issued Second walk in the inning, 3 hits in the inning for Seneca Valley. Del Duca now at second base, and Yarusi at first base. They're going to courtesy run for him since he's pitching now. That courtesy runner planted. West Conville running at first base, and now time called. It looks like Bethel Park's going to have a meeting at the mound. With this mound visit, let's take a quick break. You're watching Bethel Park High School Baseball on Blackhawk TV, on YouTube, and on Bethel Park Public Access Cable TV. My name is Nicholas Callis, and this is Bethel Park Blackhawk Television. You're watching Bethel Park Blackhawk Baseball on YouTube. We got a simulcast as well on Bethel Park Public Access Television. Schumacher on the mound still for Bethel Park. 1 out recorded in this inning, but aside from that, it's been trouble. Walk, double, home run. That pushed across 3 runs for Seneca Valley, and now Del Duca's on second, and Yarusi's courtesy runner is on first base with still just 1 out. Bottom of the order coming around here for Seneca Valley as that pitch is called a strike. Right now it's Parado at the plate. Fouled off. And now 2 strikes on Parado. Now time called. They're going to have a meeting at the mound again. So the second one after the full team went out there. Now it's just the catcher, Ethan Stanhoff. And with the rain pouring in Bethel Park starting to trail in this game, it's become more quiet out here. There's a good chunk of Seneca Valley fans out here. And who wouldn't want to come to this field? This is one of the better fields in WPIAL, especially just for the way that you're able to watch the game. Our cameras reflect well how many other fans here have this view just up on a hill above everything. Great view here at Perky Field in Bethel Park. Now the pitcher steps off. 3 runs in. It's 4-2. Seneca Valley leads Bethel Park. It's the top of the 6th inning. Bethel Park had a lead for about an inning and a half. And Seneca Valley has really broken out in this inning, scoring 3 so far, and there's just 1 out. Breaking ball caught a strike over the outside edge. And so that's out number 2. 4th strikeout of the game for Schumacher. And now with 2 outs, the 7th hitter of the inning is coming to the plate for Seneca Valley. I correct myself, 8th hitter, Aiden Fowler. Side step pitch. On the ground, sharply hit. Lejeune at third base. The routine play got on a knee, stopped him from going to the outfield, and he just steps on third base to end the inning. 8 batters came to the plate for Seneca Valley. 3 of them came around to score, and after 5.5 innings, it's Bethel Park trailing Seneca Valley 4-2. You're watching Bethel Park Blackhawk TV on YouTube. Simulcast on Bethel Park Public Access. This is Bethel Park High School Baseball. Well, the disc jockey here has really gotten the party started. Walk-up music exclusively for this 6th inning to start. Noah Lejeune, 4-5-6 hitters due up, and he's the first of those 3 to hit in this bottom of the 6th inning. Bethel Park just lost its lead. It's now 4-2. Seneca Valley leads. They sent 8 batters to the plate. The good news for Bethel Park is of those 8 hitters, only 3 scored. But yeah, the bad news is that they trail by 2 late in this game with quite a pitcher's duel going on here. Yarusi still on the mound, and well, the disc jockeys over there, the DJs, let the music go on too long. The umpire put a stop to that quickly. You can play it to motivate them coming up, but you cannot create any distractions for the pitchers or the hitters while play ball is called, and that's what happened there. Lejeune takes ball 1. He is 0 for 2 in this game out of the cleanup spot. Back count even 1-1. Yarusi's still on the mound. He has not given up a run since he's been in the game. He started the game at first base and now is there pitching. Rain getting a little more thick now here in Bethel Park. Temperatures dropped to 54 degrees with the sun continuing to set. You can't really see the sun because there are clouds submerging the sky. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, called a strike. Counts 1-2. My name is Nicholas Callis, by the way. Glad to be bringing you this game. If you didn't feel like standing out in the rain, well, that's why we have television. But happy to be bringing you the game. We got Ryder on camera and John doing the directing and some other technical help for us as that pitch swung on a miss route number 1. So those 2 helping out here, bringing this game to you and weathering the elements to get this game broadcast to you. And then we have Anthony Veltri back at Bethel Park Public Access Television. He is the one that is running our network controls and bringing this game from the internet to cable for you. So you can watch anywhere, Blackhawk TV on YouTube. If you're watching on cable, I'd go there and subscribe if you want to watch on any of your devices outside of your house. That pitch is fouled off for strike 1. And then if you're watching on the internet right now, just know that we have some cable broadcasts being sprinkled throughout the season for baseball, softball, boys and girls lacrosse, and then boys volleyball. So we'll be scheduling those games throughout the season, kind of impromptu, no set schedule, but just as long as students are interested and we have a staff to cover the games, we will. Just schedule will come out every week. So yeah, feel free to check our schedule. Go check the schedule, or check when the live stream is going to go live on Blackhawk TV on YouTube, and then Bethel Park TV. If you go to bethelpark.net, you should find the schedule. If you find the Bethel Park TV webpage, that one swung out and missed. Ethan Stanhoff at the plate. He's 1 for 1 with a couple singles in this game. Well, lots of ways you can watch Bethel Park High School sports now, really expanding these programs to have a multitude of ways to bring you your favorite sports teams in the spring, and hopefully this will continue into the fall and winter and spring of next year as well. Yarusi, the left-handed pitcher on the mound, facing the right-handed catcher, Ethan Stanhoff. Left-handed hitting Ryan Walsh is awaiting on deck. Yarusi comes set at the belt, and he'll kick and pitch. Time called. That pitch was right there, but the home plate umpire gave Stanhoff time, so no pitch there, no ball, no strike. I'll just reset and try it again. Here it comes. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Ball hit the ground, though, so they'll have to complete the strikeout, which is done rather routinely. That's the catcher, Erdos, who throws to first base. So score that one a strikeout and then a 2-3 putout. Back-to-back strikeouts to open this bottom of the 6th inning for Yarusi on the mound for Seneca Valley. And with 2 outs and the bases empty, Ryan Walsh will come up to the plate. Walsh in this game is 0 for 2. He reached on an error, which drove in a run back in the 4th inning. That was when Bethel Park took the lead as that pitch missed inside for a ball. Bethel Park's had 2 leads in this game, but right now they trail by 2 runs. It's 4-2. The bottom of the 6th inning of 7 regulation innings. That pitch missed upstairs. One more inning of regulation to go after this one. The rain seems to be holding off enough to get this game going. Swing and a miss. Foul tip, as a matter of fact, into the mitt. Here comes the pitch from Yaruzzi. Swing and a ball off the hands, softly served. That's toward the middle of the infield, but the play made routinely out there by the shortstop of Seneca Valley. That's Pakatowski, and that ends the bottom of the 6th inning. So for Bethel Park, no runs, no hits, and no runners left on base. Last inning of regulation coming, top of the 7th. Going to be here in just a moment. It's 4-2. Seneca Valley leads Bethel Park. You're watching Bethel Park High School Baseball on Blackhawk TV on YouTube, with a simulcast on Bethel Park Public Access Television. You're watching Bethel Park High School Baseball on Blackhawk TV on YouTube, with a simulcast on Bethel Park Public Access Television. You can watch a variety of sports games this spring season on Comcast 21 and Verizon 32, and with the help of Bethel Park Blackhawk TV, we've covered the internet and cable television for these sporting events. Happy to bring them with you. Happy to bring them to you. We're here to cover them for you. Bunt shown, pulled back, 0-1. Seneca Valley 4-2 lead over Bethel Park. Now we're in the 7th inning, the last inning of regulation, and it's 9-1-2 hitters due up for Seneca Valley. It's Leyendecker, Anderton, and Erdus. That pitch is called a strike count, even 1-1. So just check to see on YouTube and on the Bethel Park cable channel schedule online at bethelpark.net, or you can watch the bulletin board when it's on Comcast 21, Verizon 32. That pitch fouled off, and see when we have games scheduled week to week. It's going to be a week-to-week process as we build these programs, but we're happy to be here doing this for you. We got Ryder on camera in this game, John, who's directing and doing some other technical work, then Anthony Veltri back at our network control center, bringing the game to you on cable. 1-2 pitch is fouled off, close to the Seneca Valley dugout. One of the dangerous parts of having on-deck hitters on the field, on that warning track behind home plate, that was Anderton, who was about 5 feet away from being hit with that foul ball. But he did not, so we're all grateful for that. Count still 1-2. Strike 3 called, right over the middle. Anderton down looking, and that is out number 1. Should mention as well, there's a new pitcher on the mound for Bethel Park. Right-hander on the mound, and the third pitcher to come into the game for Bethel Park. It's too far upstairs, that's a ball. That is Michael Bruckner into the game now. He's doing the pitching. He came in from left field. That pitch fouled away. We'll get some innings in here, trying to preserve the the lead that Seneca Valley already has. Seneca Valley up 2 runs, it's 4-2. Seneca Valley scored 3 runs. Seneca Valley scored 3 runs in the 6th inning as that one's fouled off. A combination of Anderton, Erdos, Pikatowski got 3 runs home. Pikatowski was the one that had he had a home run, a 2-run home run that drove in a couple. Erdos also had an RBI double in that inning, so they're up 4-2. That was the only inning for either team as that one's fouled off. The only inning for either team where multiple runs were scored. They've been 1-run innings for the most part. Bethel Park has a couple 1-run innings. They scored once right in the 1st inning and then scored once in the 4th. So they haven't scored since the 4th inning. They trail 4-2 here. Bruckner's pitch. Swing and a miss. And Anderton down swinging. It's 2 strikeouts already for Bruckner. Freshly entered into the game to pitch. And with 2 outs, here comes the number 2 hitter and catcher Erdos for Seneca Valley. In this game, he is 1 for 3, but he had an impactful at bat last inning where he hit an RBI double and then was on base for the home run that made it 4-2. That was the final run scored. He was the 2nd of 3 scored in that Seneca Valley 3-run 6th inning. Here's the pitch. On the ground, chopped. There's Bethel Park shortstop throw over to first base. Ryan Petrus gets the put out, and that ends. That's the top of the 7th inning. So it's the last chance for Bethel Park. They're going to bat in the last inning of regulation, bottom of the 7th, and they trail by 2 runs. You're watching Bethel Park High School Baseball on Blackhawk TV on YouTube with a simulcast on Bethel Park Public Access TV. You're watching Bethel Park High School Baseball on Blackhawk TV on YouTube with a simulcast on Bethel Park Public Access Television, which can be seen and heard on Comcast 21 and Verizon 32, all in the Bethel Park area, with Verizon having extended reach to the greater Pittsburgh area. 7, 8, 9 hitters do it for Bethel Park in this half inning, and the dugouts come a bit alive. Here it was a little bit quiet after Seneca Valley took that lead in the top of the 6th inning, but some more noise being made now. Bethel Park efforting to rally in this bottom of the 7th inning. It's the last inning that they have to at least tie the game, or else they will lose. That pitch missed for a ball. Dylan Paul at the plate. Paul Lentz and Jack Bruckner, the 3 scheduled to hit in this bottom of the 7th inning. Yarusi still on the mound for Seneca Valley, and throws a strike in there. Dylan Paul in this game is 0 for 2. He struck out twice. A pitch inside off the back foot of Paul, or rather behind his back foot. Rain continuing to fall here again, not heavy enough to impact the game too far. Definitely uncomfortable if you're out here and don't have an umbrella like me, but you know, we must push forward. Yarusi comes set at the belt. That is too far down low. So Dylan Paul stays in the plate appearance. Time called. Dylan Paul steps out. The Bethel Park dugout coming alive here. Too far low and inside. That's ball 4. It was close, but Dylan Paul's discipline pays off. He works the leadoff walk. And now Santino Diolis will pinch hit for Ben Lentz. Diolis pitched in the win against Cannon Mac on Wednesday when they won 11-1. And now a substitution into the game. Dylan Paul is being relieved. This is not a courtesy runner. This is a pinch runner for Bethel Park. Isaac Wotan will come in. So that's an official substitution because Paul is not a pitcher or a catcher. So they are selling out to speed on the bases to lead off this inning. Now here comes Diolis at the plate. Now occupying the 8th of 9 spots in this Bethel Park lineup. Kick and pitch from Yarusi. That's a strike. Yarusi comes set. Here's the pitch. Inside, almost hit him. Yarusi struggling here. He went through the last few innings rather smoothly, and this inning not giving him troubles. He's pitched since the 5th inning and hasn't given up any runs. Fouled away by Diolis. Rain coming down a bit heavier here. Just what you need, a dramatic 7th inning filled with rain and a close game. Bethel Park trailing 4-2 against Seneca Valley. Yarusi set, and he'll pitch. In the dirt, gets away from the catcher, down to second. Goes Wotan, and he'll stop at second base after rounding it lightly. That'll be an advance on the play via the wild pitch. Erdos couldn't keep that one in front of him, so now a runner in scoring position. That run at second doesn't matter as much unless another runner can reach base and score. It's a 2-run deficit Bethel Park is suffering right now. Here comes the pitch. Down in the dirt, Erdos blocked that one. And now time called. Yarusi wants another ball. So sometimes that'll happen when it rains. The pitcher can't grip a ball properly, so they try to keep some towels on them and keep them dry enough to grip. And that's what Yarusi did there. He stepped off and said, "I need another ball," because apparently he couldn't grip that one, which is fair. The rain really coming down now here at Bethel Park's high school baseball field. Isaac Wotan, pinch runner on second base. And a ground ball to the left side, just foul, about 5 feet from that third base bag. So Diolis stays in this plate appearance, and now time called. Once again, Erdos will go visit the mound. It's been a rather briskly paced game to this point. Quick runs scored, strikes thrown by pitchers, and now this inning is just dragging on, and the dramatics are really setting in. when Yarusi comes set at the belt. Pitch to Diolis. Line drive into the left center field gap. Wooten will round third. He's going to come around to score. Diolis rounds first sharply and goes back to first base. And we'll get credited with an RBI single, which makes this a one-run game. Yarusi's first earned run given up in the 2+ innings he's pitched now. Santino Diolis on first base again with an RBI single. Nobody out in this bottom of the 7th inning, and now it's 4-3. Seneca Valley still leading Bethel Park. And that ball gets to the backstop, and Diolis advances to second on another wild pitch. And Yarusi's starting to lose it. He struggled here in the 7th inning. The rain has come down a bit harder. It was more dry outside when he first started pitching, and now a combination of some fatigue and the weather is causing him to slip with his pitches. So Bethel Park has the tying run now in scoring position with nobody out in the bottom of the 7th inning. All right, well, the rain's really pouring now down here in Bethel Park. And also the Pirate game down in Florida in spring training got delayed, I guess because of rain there as well. These states not close at all. Probably no relation in weather there, but just a note, they're delayed down in Bradenton playing the Baltimore Orioles tonight. They're not going to start on time. This game is trying to finish. The potential winning run is in the batter's box, and bunt shown. It's Jack Bruckner batting. He pulls back and takes the ball. Another bunt, foul. He bunt that? Okay, foul ball. Went over the fence. You rarely see that, a bunt going over the backstop, but it must have hit it just in the right spot. Yarusi's pitch, he's still in the game. Bunt shown. Bruckner bunts it again over the backstop. Can't bunt a foul again or he's going to be automatically out. Here comes the pitch. Yarusi comes set. On the ground and foul. They'll do it again. Yarusi comes set, a pivotal at bat now. It's 4-3. Bethel Park trailing Seneca Valley, but the tying run standing at second base in the form of Santino Diolis and a swing and a miss. And a crucial out there, a big pitch from Yarusi on the mound for Seneca Valley. That's out number one. And with that, the order will turn over, though. Bethel Park has its top of the order back up now. Ryan Tierney is at the plate. He got hit by a pitch last inning back in the back in the fifth. He hasn't batted in a couple innings. Rain really starting to Pouring now here at Bethel Park's baseball field. And a game that intensifies seemingly with the weather. Ground ball to short and a slip by the shortstop who recovers, throws, but it's too high! It's too high! Run comes around to score from second base. Santino Diolis scores from third base on the errant throw. Ryan Tierney will reach. They'll give him a single on that play, but Santino Diolis advanced to third ethically, but then scored on the error. The throw was too high to first base. And now we've got a 4-4 game. They're still leaving Yaruzzi out there. Nobody's warming up in the bullpen for Seneca Valley right now, but this game is tied 4-4 in the bottom of the seventh inning. Bethel Park can't lose it in this bottom of the inning, but could win it with one more run scored. And it just seems like the more the excitement intensifies, the harder the rain falls. It's 53 degrees now in Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. Temperature dropping, clouds still just covering the sky, and rain now. It's getting thick. Now the winning run at first base. Yaruzzi still pitching for Seneca Valley. Pitch is swung on and missed. Now at the plate's Ryan Petrus. Strike one. Fouled away. Petrus down to the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Fouled off. So Petrus stays alive. I don't know if anybody really wants this game to go into extra innings just with the way the weather is right now. We'll see what happens. It could go to an 8th inning, though. It's getting kind of dark as well. It's still the March weather with not as much sunshine and clouds and rain. Really, Bethel Park excited, though, in the dugout. And they've had an output with excitement as well. 2 runs have been scored in this half inning, and they've tied the game 4-4 against Seneca Valley. Petrus took that pitch for a ball, a well-disciplined take. Still 2 strikes on him, though. Pick off attempt to first, back safely is Ryan Tierney. So Tierney singled, does not pick up a run batted in, though, because the runner scored on an errant throw. It was Santino Diolis who was at second, advanced to third on the ground ball. It seemed like Tierney would have beat it down anyway, but a high throw allowed Diolis to advance from third to home. So no run batted in there for Tierney, but he's on first. Now a line drive out toward right field. That's fair! About 5 feet from the right field line. Tierney rounds second, and he'll go to third. And Bethel Park now in prime position to pull that winning run home. Tierney advances from first to third on the play. Petrus aboard with a single. Runners on the corners. Petrus's run means absolutely nothing right now, because if Tierney comes around to score, Bethel Park wins. And Bethel Park in prime position. There's 1 out in this bottom of the 7th inning. Ryan Tierney represents the winning run at third base. Michael Bruckner at the plate. And time called, so Yaruzzi stepped off the mound. The head coach of Seneca Valley has elected to intentionally walk Michael Bruckner, so they give him first base automatically, which pushes Petrus to second, which really just intensifies this moment. So now Seneca Valley, 1 out in the inning. Their infield's playing in despite having the opportunity to turn 2 with 1 out on the middle infield. They're electing all their infielders playing in right now. The outfielders playing up. A fly ball, a sacrifice fly, will yield a run, so the outfielders giving themselves enough room to throw it home on a fly ball. All four infielders playing in against Noah Lejeune, the cleanup hitter. Time called. And the umpire points to Lejeune. About the third time that's happened where a batter's called time late and the pitcher's delivered the ball. It was all Bethel Park hitters with Seneca Valley pitchers as well in this game. Just, unique circumstances there. Yaruzzi's been pitching since the 5th inning and has given up the tying runs in this bottom of the 7th inning, albeit one of those runs not earned to him. Yaruzzi comes set. A cleanup hitter's dream, the winning run on third with the bases loaded in the last inning of regulation. That one called a strike over the outside edge. The plot thickens with the rain, with Lejeune at the plate. Ryan Tierney on third base. He's the only run that matters. If he scores, game over. But for the record, Petrus on second and Michael Bruckner on first base. Infielders in, outfielders up. In a tie game, 4-4, Seneca Valley and Bethel Park tied. Here's Yaruzzi's pitch. At the knees, but barely missed. Tough take there for Lejeune, but it pays off for him. I'll see another pitch. It's been close all game. Seneca Valley scored 3 runs in the 6th inning, and they were up by 2 coming into this bottom of the 7th, but Bethel Park has tied it at the bottom of the 7th, scoring 2 on a few hits and an error. Swing and a miss. And now Lejeune is down to the count, 2 strikes. If Bethel Park can't score on this bottom of the 7th, pending the weather and daylight, it could be moved to an extra inning, an 8th inning. Umbrellas out with the rain falling strongly now at Bethel Park. Here's Yaruzzi's pitch. Fouled back to the backstop. We'll see another one. I'll say, too, if this game started, 1-2 hours earlier, the sun was out, it was warm, fresh out of school. When school let out, the sun was out and it was warm. Since then, clouds have covered, and it's been on and off rain all afternoon. Yaruzzi will deliver again. Here it comes. Swing and a miss on an outside fastball, well placed. Lejeune just really reached for it, didn't muscle that one at all. And he's down on strikes, so if you thought the pot couldn't get thicker, it has, because now there's 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning, and a guy who is 2 for 2 is coming to bat now. It is Ethan Stanhoff. 2 outs, bases still loaded. Ryan Tierney at third, representing the winning run. Ethan Stanhoff facing Seneca Valley's pitcher Yaruzzi on the mound. Yaruzzi's pitched a full 5th and a full 6th without allowing a run, and hardly even a base runner at that. This 7th inning, he struggled. He's given up 2 runs, and it's a tie game. Bethel Park with the opportunity to win it here. Breaking ball on the ground to shortstop. Played, bobbled a little bit, but the force out completed its second, and Bethel Park, despite loading the bases, fails to score a run. All indications look like they're going to play an 8th inning. This game tied at 4. For Bethel Park, though, 2 runs in. And now it is 4-4. We'll go to the 8th inning of this one. First inning of bonus baseball. It is 4-4. Seneca Valley and Bethel Park tied. You're watching Bethel Park Blackhawks baseball on Blackhawk TV and with a simulcast on Bethel Park Public Access Television. My name is Nicholas Callis. You're watching Bethel Park High School baseball on Blackhawk TV. With a simulcast on Bethel Park Public Access Television, we may have to move some of our programs around. I believe we had some library programs at 7 o'clock. And it was the art gala, I believe, and something else happened, I forget. But I think it was cotton candy making on lead day. But we may have to push those around if you're watching on TV. If you're watching on YouTube, don't even worry about it. There's nothing else to watch after this. This is YouTube, so you can choose what you want to watch next. But it's 4-4. Seneca Valley and Bethel Park are tied. Bethel Park had the bases loaded in the bottom of the 7th, but failed to score. Though they pushed across 2 to at least be here. If they didn't score at least 2, the game would have been over. So there's that. Michael Bruckner still on the mound for Bethel Park, pitching in his second inning of work now, and Seneca Valley has its 2-3-4 hitters scheduled to bat here. It's Erdos, the catcher, who is hitting now against Bruckner. First time these two have faced each other in this game, and I lied to you. I lied to you. Sorry. It's Pikatowski who's up to the plate. Shortstop. Sorry, number 6. I saw the 6 and I thought it was 26. That's my bad. That pitch too high. Lots going on here, though. The rain is really thick now. Thanks to Ryder for standing out under the trunk lid to stay dry and bring you this with our good camera out there. John is in our mini trailer here bringing you this game. He's directing and running some other technological stuff. And again, my name is Nicholas Callis. Out here in the rain bringing this one to you so you can stay dry at home or wherever you may be. Hopefully not just standing in the rain doing nothing. Here comes the pitch. Too far outside. That's ball 4. Pikatowski, he leads off with a walk. He homered back in the 6th inning. That is a big reason Seneca Valley is even here right now. They had a 4-2 lead after he had a 2-run home run. Seneca Valley pushed across 3 in that 6th inning. So they forced Bethel Park to have to come back in this game. Bethel Park had a 2-1 lead up until that 6th inning. Now the left-handed hitting Durbin will come to the plate for Seneca Valley. He's the designated hitter, so he remains in the game to DH for whoever's pitching in this one now, because that's how they started off. It's Callan Durbin at the plate. Bruckner's slide step pitch and a bunt that some powerful bunts by both teams these last couple innings. That one fouled off, bunted beyond the dugout on the right field side of the field, so it's strike 1. And now Durbin will get a meeting with his third base coach real quick as Michael Bruckner gets a mound visit from his catcher, Ethan Stanhoff. So the field may start to get affected. The rain hasn't been coming down in large amounts or thick amounts, but it's been coming down persistently enough now where weather may become a factor in this game. If that dirt gets too soft and the players can't run or move safely, the umpires may decide to call this one, as that pitch is, or the pickoff attempt to first base and back safely is the runner. They still have to rain for a good another 10-20 minutes for that to even be considered, so they still have some time, but this is the first inning of regulation. They played 7 and they had a tie score 4-4 at the end of 7, so now we're in inning number 8. That pitch is popped up and foul. This is also an interclassification game. Seneca Valley's in Class 6A, Bethel Park's in Class 5A. A lot of these games scheduled early in the year because they want to get repetitions in against teams that won't affect their playoff status. But also, if games do get rained out, these games don't have to be made up because they're not within the classification. So, Dylan Paul keeping that tag on a little extra long, but safe still to call. But that's why they do it. So if these games were to get rained out, because March is kind of an iffy month with the weather, they can cancel them. But this game, it started out, the weather was pretty consistently sunny, and then it just rained a little bit. Then it got a little better, got a little warmer, stayed overcast, but now it's really raining, and the radar, as it looks right now, does not look like this is going to cease anytime soon. Strike 3 called over the lower inside corner, and after a walk, Michael Bruckner gets a strikeout of Callan Durbin, and that is out number 1. And now here comes Del Duca to the plate. He is 2 for 2 in this game, reached base all 3 times he's been on, as that pickoff attempt is too late. Mike Del Duca at the plate, a senior. Again, only 3 juniors on this team. The rest of this roster for Seneca Valley, they are seniors. Bethel Park's got a solid amount of upperclassmen as well on their roster, as that pitch is called a strike. But Del Duca, one of the primary offensive catalysts for, either team in comparison. Again, 2 for 2 with a walk. He's been on base all 3 times he's been up to the plate in this game. He's batting with the rain continuing to pour here in Bethel Park. Pickoff attempt to first. Dylan Paul's tag well too late. Temperatures drop now 52 degrees. The sun continuing to set, and the rain will not stop. Bruckner comes set, pitch right over the middle, called a strike. Michael Bruckner came in. He pitched the 7th inning, just tried to keep the lead where it was for Seneca Valley, so he did his job. Now he's being asked to do a little bit more, pitching in extra innings, entering his 2nd inning pitched, 1 1/3 officially. Comes the pitch. Too far outside. Standoff, the catcher had to stand up and go and get that one, so he kept it in front of him, caught it in the air. Bruckner comes set. He'll deliver another one. Swing and a miss. So after the leadoff walk by Michael Bruckner, back-to-back strikeouts, first time that Del Duca has not reached base in this game, and now they're going to bring up Yarushi to the plate. Owen Yarushi, he in this game as a hitter is 0 for 2 with a walk. Reached on a fielder's choice once as well earlier in the game. He pitched a scoreless 5th and 6th inning for Seneca Valley, as that pitch is called a strike, and then the 7th inning is when he gave up the 2 runs to allow Bethel Park to tie the game, which has led us to these extra innings that we are starting up here now. Runner on first, 2 outs. That's called a strike. Michael Bruckner ahead in the count now against his mound opponent at this point in the game, Owen Yarushi. Comes the pitch. Breaking ball just outside. The umpire hasn't been given that outside corner. That's been a consistent call all game. There's one there that just wasn't called. It was close, a well-placed pitch with 2 strikes, but not getting the benefit of the call. Bruckner still ahead. Here's the pitch. Just a bit outside. Well placed again, but bait not taken by Yarushi. Pickoff attempt to first, and back safely is the runner. Bektowski, who's on first base, he walked to start this inning. 2 strikeouts later, there's 2 outs. He's still on first. Owen Yarushi batting. The go-ahead run at first base. Bruckner's pitch. Swinging a ground ball to the right side. Paul backhands. He'll take it to first base himself. And he'll end the inning. No runs on no hits. 1 walk in the inning and 1 runner left on base. Bethel Park can win it if they score in the bottom of the 8th inning. You're watching Bethel Park High School Baseball on Blackhawk TV on YouTube, simulcast on Bethel Park Public Access. You're watching Bethel Park High School Baseball on Blackhawk TV, on YouTube, simulcast on BPTV, Bethel Park Public Access Television on Comcast 21 and Verizon 32. It's a great day to watch the broadcast because this weather is not great. Sun's kind of peeking out now, but it's still misting rain, so not the most comfortable conditions, especially not for a baseball game. That one called a strike. Ryan Walsh is at the plate now. 6, 7, 8 hitters due up for Bethel Park. Ryan Walsh leading off here. Bethel Park prevented Seneca Valley from scoring in the top of the 8th inning, so if Bethel Park scores here, Bethel Park wins. They're the home team. They get that home field advantage. Here's the pitch. Too high. And Walsh disciplined enough to lay off. Zyler Friedman on the mound for Seneca Valley now. He came in to play first base earlier in the game when Owen Yarusi moved from first to pitch. Field is unsuccessful for Seneca Valley. But now that Yarusi's done pitching, he pitched 3 innings and gave up a couple runs, one of which was not earned to him, but now they just swapped Yarusi back at first, and doing the pitching is Zyler Friedman. So Ryan Walsh just struck out there. He's 0 for 4 in this game now. And with 1 out, here comes Dylan Paul. It's a rarity when players get 4 at-bats, but when you have extra innings, sometimes it presents that opportunity. So Bethel Park running through its 4th time in the order now. Game tied 4-4, Seneca Valley and Bethel Park. Knotted up in really a battle of will when you consider the weather, the temperature, and just the pitchers in this game being able to throw strikes. It's been a tough day to be a hitter. That one fouled off. Dylan Paul up. Paul was a strikeout victim twice in this game, but he walked and scored in that 2-run 7th inning that has kept Bethel Park alive in this whole game. Here's the pitch. Too low. Paul playing first base, batting 7th in this batting order. That one gets away. Well, the sun continues to set. Still bright out though. Daylight savings will help with that lake time brightness. And if it weren't for the temperature, it would feel like a cool summer evening, but not quite there yet, still in March. Pirate game still delayed down in Florida as well. They're scheduled to play the Baltimore Orioles today in spring training. We're within a week now from opening day of Major League Baseball as well. Pirates play the Marlins on Thursday, then their home openers on April 5th against those same Baltimore Orioles. Dylan Paul batting here. 1 out. Bottom of the 8th inning. We're in extras now, and it's a tie game, 4-4 Seneca Valley, the 6A WPIL team playing the 5A Bethel Park. Now time called, a stoppage in play quickly. The umpire walking around with his mask off. Might have gotten hit with that oh, not really. I thought he's going to go talk to that's what they're doing. So they're calling times. Right now, pitcher looks like he's pointing out soft spots. No, the headlights. So somebody's parked out in right field with their headlights on, and that's not allowed because, you know, distracting. So now somebody's got to go run and tell that car. So we've got a stoppage in play because somebody's headlights are on out in right field, and you can't have that. Nobody's running out there? They're walking slow. There we go. The headlights are off. And with that, they'll exchange out some dry baseballs as well. Got to have those. Now it's not raining anymore either, so that's good. It is 4-4. Seneca Valley and Bethel Park are tied. It's the bottom of the 8th inning. Bethel Park 1 out against the Blackhawks in this bottom of the 8th inning. Seneca Valley the road team. And now, so another conversation to be had. The headlights are off, and now they're going to work on the mound a bit because the conditions, like I talked about, have dampened the field to where it might be unsafe for the pitchers to throw now. So they're going to put some of that dry sand on the mound, bat it down a bit, make it a stable surface to pitch on, and we'll get back to baseball. But we'll take a quick break here. You're watching Bethel Park Blackhawk TV on YouTube and with simulcast on Bethel Park Public Access Television. It's Bethel Park High School Baseball. All right, we're back here. They got the mound dry enough so that Friedman can continue to pitch. He's pitching for Seneca Valley, and he just walked Dylan Paul. So Paul on first base. Ryan Walsh struck out to open this inning. Dylan Paul represents the winning run right now on first base. Now Santino Diolis at the plate. And he was a big factor in Bethel Park's scoring last inning to tie the game. He hit a single that drove in a run, and he scored the tying run after an errant throw by Seneca Valley shortstop allowed him to round third and score. Friedman's pitch in the dirt. Good block by Erdos. Keep Dylan Paul at first base. Dylan Paul was pinch ran for in that seventh inning by Isaac Wotan, who did come around to score, so the pinch runner wise to be used in that situation. Then they re-entered Dylan Paul into the game to continue to play first base and bat in the lineup. So Wotan is no longer an option to be used in this game. That one right over the middle. Strike called on Diolis. Been quite a game to this point. An entertaining game, a close game, a well-fought game. Pitchers throwing strikes, hitters coming through in the clutch, and it's tied in the bottom of the eighth inning. Diolis on the ground, sharply to shortstop, played, flipped by the shortstop to second for one. Return throw is scooped out of the dirt. Seneca Valley's first baseman with a scoop, and he deserves to be mentioned in that one. Yarusi, who just pitched the last few innings at first base with a solid pick. So it's Pankatowski, flipped it to the second baseman covering Parado, and Parado's return throw in the dirt, but scooped by Yarusi. 6-4-3 double play ends the eighth inning, and we're still tied. Another inning of extras to come. Top of the ninth. It's 4-4. Seneca Valley and Bethel Park tied. You're watching Bethel Park High School Baseball on Blackhawk TV, seen on YouTube with a simulcast on Bethel Park Public Access Television. All right, so it looks like the teams are going to line up. So this, again, is an interclassification game. So this won't have any bearing on any playoff seedings because the classifications play each other. And since they're not in the same classification, this one doesn't need to really have a final score. No heavy implications there. So what this means is you have a rarity that this game will be ended in a tie. So after 8 full innings of play, Bethel Park 4, Seneca Valley 4, and a hard-fought game by both teams, a well-played game for sure, entertaining. And if it weren't for the weather, it would have made for a great game. But they're going to call it, I think, because of the weather as well. It just doesn't seem safe for the players to play on the field that is becoming increasingly damp and unsafe. So that game's over. Final score, we'll just give a quick recap as well. But 4-4 the tie. Bethel Park scored a run in the first inning, which was met with a run by Seneca Valley in the second. It was 1-1 until Bethel Park broke the tie in the fourth inning. They scored a run. Michael Bruckner scored after a few hits and errors were accumulated. Then Seneca Valley got 3 runs in the sixth inning on 3 hits. They made it 4-2, and then Bethel Park in the seventh inning was able to score a couple runs, scrap 2 together to make it 4-4. Nobody scored in the eighth. Tie game, 4-4, Seneca Valley and Bethel Park. Thanks for being with us through the rain and the back and forth gameplay. For John, our director, for Ryder, our camera operator through the rain, and for Anthony Veltri back at Bethel Park Public Access, bringing you the game on cable. My name is Nicholas Callis saying so long, once again repeating the final score. Seneca Valley 4, Bethel Park 4.